So I'm fixing a drawer for someone that I know. I didn't build this drawer, but when it came in, you could see that what was used to cover the bottom was this MDF sheet, right? And if you know about MDF, they do not last. They start to fall apart, especially with thin MDF sheets like this. I would only recommend MDF sheets, and even with plywood sheets, even if it's plywood, for just backing. But for something like a drawer button, either a half-inch plywood laminated or a 3/4 like this. So whenever I'm building a drawer, depending on the use case, I prefer to go with a real plywood to for the bottom, because if you are going to put a lot of weight on it, or it's going to have some water splashes, you want something durable, especially for kitchen cabinets. So what I did is to replace the plywood, because it was built to fit with a plywood. It's a 3mm plywood, so I use a real plywood, which is much more durable than the MDF that was used to replace the bottom. But that's what happens when you get a quote. When someone quotes you a kitchen cabinet, you think you are getting a good deal, but you have no idea that there are several ways to cut corners to build you something cheap. This is unfinished plywood with a sticker, right? So it's not an actual laminated plywood like this, like what I use for all my kitchen cabinets. I never quote with these ones, right? Because I know it's not going to give the customer a quality product end of the day. So I don't even bother. And for clients who do not want to spend the money to build something quality, I don't really take on such projects. So I'm going to send it to them. It's fixed. But then again, I'm using this. This plywood is way better than the MDF. But for a drawer bottom, you don't want to really build it to fail. You want to use something much more durable, like a real 3/4 inch or half-inch laminated plywood. So that's pretty much it. Make sure you know what you are getting if you are going to go cheap, and I will advise you build something solid that's going to last you a very long time, especially for kitchen cabinets.